I think it's pretty safe to say that when we look at Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, there were a handful of Star Wars fans that were disappointed with how the movie went by Disney and Lucasfilm, and a lot of fans out there that were very satisfied with the end result of exactly what they did with the very end of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this was just the beginning. Now they are finally trying to reach out to new Star Wars lore, new Star Wars projects. In fact, Lucasfilm currently has over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the works that consist of both live action and animated material, both for Disney Plus and for theatrical releases. Now, everything related to Disney Plus, when we look at this big, new streaming service by Disney, it's going to be the home of a library's worth of Star Wars content. We already have The Mandalorian, we already got the Clone Wars Season 7 coming out next month on February 21st, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we got the Kenobi TV series. And this is where things begin to get very interesting of what they are trying to craft with the future of the Star Wars franchise. Now, as you all know, in case you guys do not know, they are developing a new Star Wars universe that's going to be modeled after the MCU, which has me a bit worried because, to me, Star Wars is not Marvel at the end of the day. It never was, and it never will be. But I can see what they're trying to do as far as connecting the TV shows together that will eventually have connections to other forms of canon material. Now, apart from all of this, what's rather exciting is that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently focused on their new Star Wars universe that goes beyond Episode 9 and before Episode 1 as well, and everything that falls in between the Star Wars movies of the Skywalker saga and more, and that Lucasfilm is trying to create an authentic new Star Wars universe that will expand the franchise into something satisfying for fans around the world to enjoy. Now, one of the most anticipated projects currently in the works is the ObiWan Kenobi TV series, and that Disney and Lucasfilm are getting ready to begin filming the new TV show this July for the first 2 episodes, and that one of the big plans is that they have in store is to bring back actor Liam Neeson, who portrayed Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace, where it's noted that Lucasfilm and Disney have had discussions with Liam Neeson about his return to the Star Wars universe after his brief involvement with The Rise of Skywalker as a Force Ghost voice. Now, it's said that they are looking to incorporate Qui-Gon's Force Ghost into the story for the Kenobi TV show for some of Obi-Wan's training toward the very end of the TV series episodes, and that they are looking for ways to make the series an authentic sequel to Revenge of the Sith by George Lucas and to keep a similar tone to the prequels to keep the continuity in place, since Ewan McGregor will be back as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the new TV show for Star Wars. Now, this plan is to make the hardcore Star Wars fans very satisfied with the Star Wars brand, and that they are also looking into bringing in an 8-year-old Luke Skywalker portrayed by a young actor. So, the thing that's really exciting about this is that obviously Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn, by far one of my favorite Jedi out there in the Star Wars universe. The fact that they have had discussions with Liam Neeson in order to bring him back into the Kenobi TV show. Same exact thing goes for Hayden Christensen. It really seems like that this new TV show is going to be a legitimate sequel to Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And by having all of our favorite actors and characters involved, you can really see what they're trying to do with this Kenobi TV show. It's not just going to be a Kenobi series, it's also going to focus on the Jedi killings, as well as some of the other characters that we know and love, such as Yoda, Qui-Gon, and yes, even Darth Vader. And to me, I think that's going to be the strong point of this movie. Obviously, a lot of fans have had doubts about Kenobi as a TV show or as a movie at that, because what in the world is Kenobi going to do on Tatooine? Well, it's not just going to be about Kenobi. It's going to tell different tales about the Jedi killings happening throughout the entire galaxy and how Kenobi actually feels this happening from afar. So, you can really see that Disney is trying to satisfy fans, especially the hardcore fans, by bringing back Liam Neeson as a Force Ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn. Honestly, this is something that I think a lot of fans want to see on the big screen, since we only got to see his Force Ghost in the form of animated material in the Clone Wars, and hopefully we do get to see more of that in the near future, in animated form as well. However, live action form I think is going to be quite something, because this is going to be the highlight of the movie without a doubt. We have never seen Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost in live action at all. And it's a missed opportunity of what they could have done with The Rise of Skywalker, where they only decided to have him as a disembodied voice, saying that every other Jedi that has ever lived lives in you when he speaks to Rey. How he says, "We stand behind you, Rey." He has a handful of dialogue in The Rise of Skywalker. So Liam Neeson being back for the Kenobi show, as well as an 8-year-old Luke Skywalker being portrayed by a young actor, is also another thing to look forward to. It's going to be a different chapter of Luke's life that we have never seen before in live action, and I think that's going to also be a very exciting thing by Disney and Lucasfilm. The fact that The Mandalorian did so well, I'm very excited for what the Kenobi show has to offer, and hopefully Disney and Lucasfilm, won't screw this up in any way, shape, or form. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night to moon.